schedules. That's the word coming in from a senior government official who told CNBC TV18 that the government is working closely to meet the non-tax revenue target and that the divestment proceedings are also on schedule. Sapna Das now joins us with all the details. Sapna, tell us, what are you picking up?
Well, definitely the mood here in the finance ministry as far as the macroeconomy is concerned is pretty positive. Starting off first, of course, they're keeping a very close watch on the expenditure trend. The momentum of expenditure has picked up, but we also are aware about the fact that the revenues so far have been pretty buoyant. We have seen the indirect tax and the direct tax collections that have just come out. So that is one. The second aspect here is that the government is also expecting a sizable pickup in the consumption-driven growth sometime in the third and the fourth quarter of the current financial year. We are all aware about the fact that the seventh pay salary hikes have been taken care of. The areas have been cleared in one shot. So that's going to be a major booster effect. So that pickup they're expecting just around the time of festivals. That's the second aspect we need to keep in mind. The third aspect, of course, is in terms of the public expenditure. Well, here there is absolutely, no letdown. In fact, there's a complete let up over here. We understand that since 15th May till date, projects worth 1 lakh crores have actually been approved by the government in terms of their extra public spend that needs to be kept in mind, keeping in view that the private sector investment is still not really in to that extent. So, of course, these projects are going to roll out over the next couple of months. It's going to be a lagged effect. But the fact remains that 1 lakh crore worth of, public investment projects have been cleared, which means very clearly that the stimulus from the side of the government in terms of the public expenditure is very much on. That's the third aspect that we need to keep in mind. The fourth aspect, of course, is to balance all of this out, the additional expenditure. And as I said earlier, also they're keeping a very close watch on the expenditure trend despite the momentum picking up. The revenues have to be kept in mind. So they're also targeting the non-tax revenue targets very closely. They're keeping a watch on that in terms of especially the spectrum allocation, for example. They'll be happy if they're able to achieve the target that has been set out in the current financial year's budget. Also optimistic on the disinvestment flow so far. They're indicating that it's going as per plan. A bit of a question mark sometimes, is being raised on the strategic disinvestment target. But that's something that the government is not really worried about. So overall, it's a pretty positive picture. Also during the day, the expenditure department did come out with an important, guideline in terms of how the schemes are going to be handled once the non-plan and the plan distinction goes. I think there's something that you need to ask more on that front.
Yeah, so positive news coming in there as well. And like